Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Chit Chat and Chapters. I'm Austin. She's Lauren. I hope everyone
Hello.
is having a fantastic day. Lauren, how are you doing today?
Fantastic, obviously.
Incredible.
No, I'm doing good. The nice weather is here. We are like well into not summer because obviously, whatever, but like we've barely hit 100 and we are in Nebraska and that's bizarre to me that we have not hit that yet already. So, I'm doing great.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, uh, everything has been, like, work has been absolutely crazy. But, it's my busy season. And
Yep.
if you need a roof, talk to me. Anyway. But what that means is I get a ton of driving time, and I knock out books left and right,
Yep.
and I'm very happy about the book that I read this week, this go around. But Lauren, let's start with you. What have you read?
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Very, very like thrilled, but also opposite ends of the spectrum for what I have read. So we talked last time I was finishing off campus, so I did finish the goal. This was good.
Okay.
This was like a solid 4 star for me. It was definitely the weakest in the 4 books,
Ooh,
only
tough to finish
because
on that.
yeah, I know. Only because like I love Tucker, the male main character. The female character is one of those that's kind of like closed off, doesn't want help, but then won't do anything to fix that when help is offered, and that just up until the very end. It wasn't even like a third act resolution of like now I will let you help me. Up until the very end, like they move in together and she's like, "Well, I guess." And I'm like, "Okay, I just didn't care." And it says it
Can
on the
we have a
back.
little wanting, please?
Right. Like, well, because the thing is it's accidental pregnancy, which we also know how I feel about accidental pregnancy. Not my
Yeah.
thing. So this was the weakest book. That's a bummer. Now, the other two that I finished up, though. So I finished up my dystopian, To Cage a Wild Bird. This was phenomenal. This was phenomenal. I cried. It very much gave Hunger Games, like, and like we said, I don't take that lightly at all, but it's very, like, divergent class system. It's Hunger Games, like, the hunting for sport. What was that short story where they go and they hunt the people? Is it the grandest game, the greatest game, the biggest hunt?
The deadliest game.
Yes. And so like it's very that vibes, like this is fantastic and I'm so glad that we get the next one in February because I don't want to wait. This is
All
so
right.
good. Yeah, and like it's funny because you are the one that kind of called me out on like you like dystopian, don't you? And I thought about it and I was like I've always liked dystopian and I didn't really realize that until you kind of called me out on it, which is really funny that like for everything that I'm like I love romance, I love all these things, I'm usually a lot
Mhm.
more aware than that. But I was
Yeah.
like, actually, yeah, I've always loved the only other thing that I've ever read before I read fantasy was romance and dystopian. And so like that
Man.
was kind of a fun thing and now I'm really leaning into it more.
Well, good. It's crazy because dystopian is not my bag. Like, I don't know what it is, but the dystopian future kind of thing, it just has never really latched on to me in any real
Yeah.
way. And so, yeah, I don't know. I honestly can't think of the last book that I read that was dystopian.
Well, you had mentioned off, aren't you reading The Hunger Games with your sister for her book club?
Hey, so that hasn't started yet. I I want to throw this out there. It is not my fault that this book club with my sister has fallen through. I love my sister and my brother-in-law dearly. However, they are children. Like they're young. They're like
That's hilarious.
23 years old and they have flash in the pan ideas and some of them keep on going, some of them don't. They're both
That's fair.
figuring out life, and so I'm not gonna hold a grudge, but it is absolutely not my fault.
Well, dang. Hopefully that comes to
and,
fruition because
and
yeah.
Lil, if you're listening to this, call me. I dare you.
Do it. Let's do it. But yeah, I mean like and I think that's the thing is like I wasn't really like allowed to read fantasy as a kid. Like
Okay.
I didn't do Harry Potter up until like 2022. I hadn't read any of them or seen any of them. because my mom
Why?
wasn't good on like my mom wasn't thrilled about the whole like magic system thing. She just thought it was a little bit much.
Ah, okay. Like, wizardry equals devil.
Yeah. Yeah,
Got it.
kinda.
Okay,
And
I
so
understand.
like yeah, and so but dystopian's real life.
Yeah, that's just bad government.
Yup. So
We
that
all
was
know
fine.
about that.
We we do not know about that. And so yeah, like the dystopian stuff was fine because like and the nice thing is that surprisingly a dystopian cover looks a lot more normal than a lot of the fantasy covers that have dragons and wands and things, so I could get away with
True.
that a little bit more.
Honestly, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I did a lot of dystopian. And now I'm just leaning into it and loving it. So that To Cage a Wild Bird was fantastic. Was
Great.
fantastic. And then I actually just finished this morning The Correspondent.
Hey. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I have never read a book before where like obviously like have you read this yet? I don't think you have.
No, it's in my. I'm waiting for it from the library.
Good audio, right?
Yeah.
Good, because it's a full cast narration. Everybody that she sends a letter to has a or sends one to her has a different voice.
Nice.
So it's like full cast. And that's really helpful because it does get kind of confusing because there are so many characters in this book. But because it is all letters, it creates this really interesting dynamic because you don't see every correspondence. You only see some. You see some enough to move her life along. Now, the thing that I loved about this is the first time I've read a book in which, yes, Sybil is our main character. This is her life and her story. She is the correspondent. And she is the tie between all these people. But I care so deeply about every single character in this book equally.
Really?
There is no side character in this. It doesn't feel like. I mean,
Wow. Big. That's big.
yeah. I mean, like, and there's a customer service representative. There's a dean of a college. There are these characters that really should, in any other book, be a moment in time, be kind of a throwaway character, and they're not. They have their own stories and their own lives that you end up seeing through these letters and emails that, like, it's gorgeous. And you get to the end of this book and, like, I'm sobbing because, like, I'm not going to say, but, like, and I just, it's so inherently sad. And some of the characters I just met, and yet I'm feeling things for them. And it's just, I've never read a book in which every character I care about as much as I do the main character.
Wow. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I'm excited to get to it when it
Yeah.
eventually comes through.
And I don't think it would have happened this way if I hadn't done the audiobook. So I'm very
Yeah.
glad you're doing the audiobook. I don't think it would have hit just quite as hard as it does with the audiobook. So,
A
but
really
yeah,
good
this was.
audiobook does a lot for a book. And a really bad audiobook can just wreck it.
That's my problem is I still get a little bit scared to do an audiobook for something that I'm really excited about because I know how deeply it can wreck it.
Yeah.
While a good one does really make it better, if I would have read it, it still would have been a fantastic book. You
Right.
know? And so like I sometimes get a little bit don't want to risk it, you know?
Yep. Totally get
But
it.
yeah, fantastic. So,
Awesome.
those are my three. What do you got?
I only finished one book, but it's a big one. Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
It's so good. You loved it.
I love the book. I love a sports story. I love the characters. Carrie Soto is just a phenomenal character.
Yeah,
Like she's so
truly.
like her intensity is incredible. The all of the pieces are there for a great sports story.
Yeah.
Hits every single note that it needs to hit. I only gave it 4 stars though, and the reason
That's fair.
why is because the turnaround is really fast.
Yes.
Like the moment of, oh, I'm trying to outpace this girl who's way faster than me, to, I'm gonna play smarter is
Yep,
so fast.
totally.
And the slow burn of the romance part isn't satisfying. It's
Yeah, I didn't really
frustrating.
care.
I cared a lot because the guy kept on showing up and she kept
Or
being a bitch.
yes, yes. I guess
And I know that's like
I
the
didn't care that
whole
it was
thing.
a slow burn. Like I
Gotcha.
just that's I guess yeah. Like because that's the thing is I loved the guy. I loved the guy, and I
That was
love
great.
her, and I love her. But I was like, can we just not do this? Just figure
Yeah.
it out. Just do the thing because I can't do the slow burn with it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there were the it didn't it didn't equal how fast her turnaround on tennis was,
Yep.
which it shouldn't be equal. I think that the tennis turnaround should be slower or like spend more time on why she's making these changes. Um, because the romance was so secondary.
Yep.
And so the other thing that really bugged me, and I think I wonder if other sports fans run into this. It seems like either, well, I guess that I hate the way that I'm saying this, but I'm gonna just say it. A book is either they win and they're the champion, or it's Rocky where they lose. Which
Mm-hmm.
no shit, Austin. One's a winner, one's a loser. But the losing one always feels like a knockoff Rocky.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
change that in my brain.
Well, because I also don't necessarily need them to win every time.
I don't. You're right.
I
But for
want them
some
to
reason,
because I do love the character. But then
yeah.
I see the value in them not always winning, but then why is it always Rocky? Yeah.
Yeah, like it always turns into, oh, this is a Rocky finish.
Well, and especially because I think when they win, there are a lot of different avenues. Like in like a hockey romance even. You'll have their like power dominant, they're winning the entire season and then they get there and they win. Or you
Mhm.
have the like they were doing really good and something happens and then oh man they have to win all of the games or they had a really shit season and they come back from behind. Like there's so many different avenues to get to a win
Yeah.
where it does they lose and it feels like Rocky every time. There's only one avenue to get to a loss.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It really enjoyable read,
Hmm.
but not my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book
That's
that I
fair.
have read.
Yeah.
So, um, Kay, I'm so excited to tell you what I am going to be reading.
Me too.
Okay, I want you to go first because
Okay.
I have a prop that is going to blow your freaking mind.
Amazing. Okay, so we are taking it back to episode 1 of Chit Chat and Chapters.
The
The
first,
I would say the book that started it all. Any guesses?
oh, I've got nothing. No guesses.
Nothing like the
Ah,
movies. We are finally getting to nothing like the movies.
incredible, incredible. I'm so excited for you.
I'm 100 pages in and I'm already having the best time. I'm listening to it too because I love Wes Bennett's voice in the audiobook
Yeah.
and I'm having the best silliest goofiest time. I'm already so in love with these characters. Oh, I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I'm already so obsessed with this book.
Fantastic. It's great. It's so
Yeah.
wonderful. You're
It's
gonna love
College
it.
World Series time, it's baseball season. I was like this is when I need to read this. So,
It all makes sense.
yep.
Okay. Are you ready?
You going to top it?
Yeah. So I'm currently reading Cat's People. I told you about it last week or
Mhm.
last time. Liz loved it. I am really enjoying it. But the book that I'm about to read,
What is this? What? Titan
this is
made
Titan
havoc.
Mage Havoc and the Frigid Flame Book 1, a harem fantasy action adventure for men by Edie Sky. Okay.
I I'm aware that I'm supposed to be speaking things right now, and I don't know what to say.
So I was on Instagram, and Edie Sky posted a video of this book, and she talked about how romances are inherently written for women, and she has taken it upon herself to write romance for men.
So we have the opposite problem because like in romance everybody's like I don't want a guy written by a girl or I don't want
Yeah,
a guy written by a guy. I want a guy written by
yeah.
women.
No, I don't
Well,
want
now
my
you're going to
female main character written by a guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So now we're
no.
getting the reverse
Now
of
we're
that.
getting yeah. I have to read you the I won't read the whole back. Let's see. Titan Mage Orion Ryan Havoc has a reputation to match his name, and that's exactly what the captain of the airship Indigo Griffin is looking.
Wait. His name is Orion. Ryan Havoc.
Uh, Ryan being the nickname, like
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I thought we were entering a Colton situation.
yeah. The thing that I'm gonna I'm going to read the very last part. Even in an adventure that takes them through monster infested ruins, sky pirate territories, untamed jungles, and lost cities, their greatest threat might be from their own pasts. Warning: Titan Mage Havoc is a fun mecha fantasy adventure where the hero saves the day and gets all the girls. So don't read it and then complain about the spice. Y'all know exactly what you're getting into.
That's amazing.
This book also has pictures.
Oh God.
Uh, I'm so excited for two reasons.
How
Number
many books are in
one,
this series?
this is the first one, and it was published literally this month,
Oh, okay.
so I
Great.
have no idea. She has written other stuff,
Yeah.
um, but this book has. Here are all the reasons why I'm excited. This book has no ratings on Goodreads. Okay, zero, none. That's an incredible feeling. It I mean, in terms of covers, great cover. Really rock solid cover. But the thing that the biggest things that I'm excited for is I'm excited to see what romance for men means to this author.
Yeah.
Because I do run into that, the idea of like romances are more for women, and I do kind of bump into that when I read them. And so it'll be very interesting to see how she attacks that.
And
And then
especially because somebody like you who does actually really enjoy a romance. Like, because I also
yeah.
think there's the stereotype of men don't like romances, which, don't get me wrong, I understand why they don't, because they are written for women. Where you actually do love a romance book, it'll be really interesting to see the opposite side of that, or what is intended to be the opposite side of that.
What I hope it isn't is I hope that it's not just talking even more about their boobs and wanting to feel their butt against my hip. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't want more graphic. That's not what I want.
It would be like, okay, so Ben and I have been having this conversation lately because I saw a TikTok on it. I'm in a female romance book, in a like typical romance book, there's going to be the moment where the guy moves his hat backwards, right? And they're like, haha, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what is the male equivalent of that? And is that, is the girl wearing a sundress that she doesn't realize? Or, like, that's the thing that, like, I would be really intrigued as to those little moments. Because I think those are the things that, like, really seal a romance book
Uh-huh.
that I want to
My
know.
if I were writing one for men, it would be there are a couple of moments that immediately come to mind. There's the classic hair tuck behind the ear.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that's a classic. The other one is the arm touch. Or like
That's a good one too.
dog absolutely. Okay?
Yep. But that's what I want to know. That's what I'm so intrigued for you to read this, because like
Yeah.
those are the moments that are really going to set it apart, I think, from a men's to women's romance. Is going to be those little things. Those, I'm going to call them like Darcy moments.
Yeah.
Those like grazing of pinkies, those your hair behind your ears, the touching of the arm, the TikTok that I saw that got Ben and I talking about it, were pushing sunglasses up on your head. Gives that like hat backwards effect, but like all those things. I'm really, that's good. Ooh, I'm excited for you. Okay.
I'm excited too. The other part is Edie Skye, clearly not a big author. If it's really good, I think we could get her on the podcast easy.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And if it's bad, we just don't tag her on Instagram.
Bingo. Bingo.
So, I'm gonna try to get through this by next podcast.
Wonderful.
So, alrighty, let's get into the meat of our podcast. We've got the what is it called? What did you call it?
We're doing a mid-year book tag.
Mid-year book tag coming up right after this. It's Chit Chat and Chapters.
We are back with a little mid-year book tag. This is all over BookTube, all over the interwebs, thanks to my girl, Larry Reeds. She's the one that I think kind of created the questions and kind of got things started on this trend. So naturally, we had to pick it up and go along. So we got a couple of questions. We're going to go back and forth on things. We didn't do all of them, but we did quite a few. So,
yeah.
Starting things off, best book you've read so far in 2026. Austin, you go first.
This one's super easy. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Yeah, I forgot you read that one this year already. Oh, God, that's such a good book.
My God. Like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
It's so perfect on all fronts. Characters are incredible. Story beats are fantastic.
Yep.
There's just nothing to say.
Have you watched the TV show?
I have not.
I haven't yet either. I'm scared too.
I've heard good things, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't want it to wreck the book. You know what I mean? Not that it would, but the audiobook is the perfect version of that book. I don't.
It's everything I need.
Show.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay.
Favorite book?
Okay. Actually read in January. It is Night and the Moth. This was so good. I read this in a 24-hour readathon, and it's a romantasy. It's a fantasy romantasy because it's heavier on the fantasy than the romance right now in this first book. The second book comes out, I think, later this year, early next year. It is, I think, going to be a trilogy because Rachel Gillig usually does like the duology trilogy. She doesn't do much beyond that. But this was, I'm still, there are some things that happen in this book that I still think about 6 months later.
Really?
Oh, I can't come across certain TikToks without sobbing a little bit because of this book.
Whoa.
It's so good. It's so good. And it's a great length for romantasy. It's not like 700 pages. Yes, fantastic. Favorite read so far. Best book so far.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Which then, worst book, unfortunately, next.
This one was also very easy. 640 to Montreal by what was the author's name? I need to burn this book in the comments.
Yeah.
It's so terrible. The premise, like, it has all Eva Jerzik.
Cool.
Yeah. This book is bad from the beginning because the main character is unlikable, and the redeeming quality of her is that she has cancer and is going to die soon, which is not like it's not really a redeeming quality. Yeah. The mystery itself is just not very good, and the twist at the end, who cares?
Yeah.
But it's a great cover.
That's fair. Which actually, I think we talked about both of our bad books on the same episode because yeah, it's got to be a good animal.
Oh
This book
yeah,
was
we did talk about them on the same
I
episode.
think we
Crazy.
did. Yeah. No, this book was atrocious. I like, and I feel. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I posted my review of it on my personal socials, and I had one of my like kind of book fluencer friends that's also in Omaha. She's like, "I'm so sad you didn't love this because this was one of my favorite reads of the year."
Whoa.
Talk about books being for different people. My
Yeah.
goodness, because I still regret finishing this. I still regret reading this. And it was one of her favorite reads of the year.
Wow.
And typically our
Wow.
tastes line up a lot better. Typically her and I have pretty similar taste in books. So I don't know
Yeah.
what went wrong here, but that's wild. That is a wild comparison because this was a bad book.
Hey, there are people out there who love the Colton books, so
So many of them apparently.
yeah.
It's
I'm shocked that for mine that Colton Thread of Colton didn't make my worst book because that book was
Yeah.
really bad, but it has a
Yeah.
redeeming quality at the end.
That's the thing. And yeah, neither of one of these books, yours or mine, has any redeeming qualities.
No,
Just a bad
not even a little bit. Yeah,
So.
just bad.
Yeah. But for every bad book, there's also sequels. That wasn't a good transition. Whatever. Sequels. Best sequel. I never know how to transition in between these, okay? So just let me be awkward in my own little
Of course,
world here.
yeah, absolutely. You're allowed to be.
So, best sequel you've read this year.
I feel like this is a bit of a layup, and I think
Oh,
you can
I-
guess it.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
No, it is not.
Oh.
So the first Dungeon Crawler Carl was almost my favorite book of the year. Almost.
Oh, okay.
The sequels are not as strong as the first book so far. The best sequel I've read is Onyx Storm.
Onyx Storm is the third book. Iron Flame is the sequel.
What are you defining a sequel as?
Book 2.
Book 3 is also a sequel.
Is it?
Dude.
I'm
What do
not,
you
I'm not, no, to be
What do you
100% honest, I'm not defending this. I just think maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think you might not. Sequels
Hold
are the books that happen after the first one.
What is
The furious
sequel?
the furious googling. Dog, this is as crazy as finding out that
Oh,
my
yeah.
wife for the longest time did not read epilogues or prologues.
Wait! 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 What?
Not until literally like this year, Liz did not read epilogues or prologues because it's not part of the main. It doesn't have a chapter number. Why would it be a part of the story?
Liz.
I
Okay,
know.
also I am incorrect. It is.
Thank you.
The definition is a published, broadcast, or recorded work that continues the story or develops the theme of an earlier one.
Goodness gracious! Last year you read 100 books.
I did 110 actually.
Your vocabulary should be so much bigger than mine.
Sometimes I just get a little confused.
Absolutely. What would you listen? I don't want to make you feel too bad, but also, what then would you call the third book in a series? The trequel?
The Revenge of the Sixth, obviously.
Obviously.
Tokyo Drift? I don't know.
Everyone calls the third book in the trilogy the Tokyo Drift. Oh my god. Wow. This is incredible. Okay.
I just always thought that that's why, like, in movies, they always had, like, the little sub names, Too Fast, Too Furious, and whatnot. Just
Yeah. Yeah. This is wild. This is crazy. Okay. Does that change your answer of best sequel?
Not best sequel. It does at least give me a worst sequel. So because before I
Hey.
actually, yeah, it does. Okay, so yeah, Onyx Storm, fantastic. Yeah, no, that's a good one then for
Great
that.
book. Really enjoyable read. It adds to the story and continues it forward. Really great
As a
stuff.
sequel does.
As canonically what a sequel does.
Oh lordy. Okay. Yeah. No. For mine is the next book, the book number 2, Rights of the Starling. Yeah. This one is still.
You have talked a lot about Rides of the Starling.
It's still sitting with me. It's still sitting with me.
Yeah.
The last line. The last line is arguably 1A 1B type situation with Onyx Storm.
Nice.
The what you asked me to do. This last line is no, it's nothing. And that means nothing, but it means everything. And oh god, yep. Yep.
Incredible.
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 Yep. Okay. Worst sequel. You do that while I actually go back through my books now then.
Yeah. Worst sequel is I'm having a hard time picking between these two. And they're sequels to the same book. Dream Girl Drama or The Au Pair Affair, both by Tessa Bailey, the Big Shots series.
Yep.
I can't decide which is worse because if you remember, The Au Pair Affair is with big, rough hockey player. I'm angry when anyone looks at the person I love. And then also Dream Girl Drama, we're gonna be step siblings.
Yeah, that was icky.
I think that the Au Pair Affair is the worst of the two. I think Au Pair Affair is officially my worst sequel of 2026 so far. And the reason why is because at least with Dream Girl Drama, there was a lot of really fun, like they're friends first and foremost.
Yeah.
And that's a fun dynamic. The fact that they're going to be step siblings is icky.
Yeah,
But you
no,
forget
that's
about
fair.
it. You forget about it, you know? It's like, you know, it's
You just kind of move on.
it's oh, I'm trying to figure out how dirty I want to be. I'm going to say it and we can cut it if we need to.
Great.
It's just like in the porns. You know they're not actually step siblings.
We are so early into this podcast for it to be going this far off the rails, Austin.
I know. Oh, goodness.
My
Titan
Atlanta, okay.
Mage Havoc has me all hot and bothered.
Oh my god. Okay, so
So,
I'm
yeah.
just flustered now because I don't know. Okay, so like it to be a sequel, do I have to have read the first one? Our classification.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because the book I want to say is an interconnected standalone that I somehow picked up the third book and I didn't like it, but it's the only book
Yeah.
that I've read. So does that count, or do I have to have read the first books?
I think in this case, you would have had to have read the first
Okay.
book.
Okay. Then I'm actually going to say that I've gotten pretty lucky on my series because partly I will say most of the time any of the sequels after are going to be a higher rating because I love an interconnected standalone where I get to know my characters more. So typically I don't really have bad sequels because when I'm in a sequel, it's a interconnected standalone or something where I know the characters more, therefore I like them more. But that being said, it's Unbound by Peyton Corinne. This was a hockey romance that I got an e-arc of from NetGalley. And Unsteady and Unloved were the first two in it. And Unsteady was one that I kind of had a hard time getting into because Peyton Corinne has a very, like, real blogger kind of writing style.
Ooh.
But in a great, like, that doesn't sound great, but, like, for a college romance, it's exactly what you would want it to sound like, you know? But it also just almost sounds so real that sometimes it's hard to get into, if that makes a little bit of sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, I kind of had a hard time with Unsteady, but once I got into it and kind of caught that cadence, I really latched on quickly. And all of her books have a lot of, like, mental health representation and a lot of, like, really, like, hard. She's very much a, like, 90210 Gossip Girl level of drama in her hockey romances, in her college romances. And so I got really excited for book 3 because I ended up loving book 1, loving book 2 even more, and I knew going in who the male main character of book 3 was going to be, and I was like, yes, I love him so much. I'm so excited. And unfortunately, I'm realizing that, like, because I don't really consider myself a mean girl, I sometimes have issues with female main characters that are just mean girls.
Yep.
Even if they end up getting soft for the male main character, I just have a hard time really getting in and enjoying those types of books. And because I was so excited about his story, having her as the counterpart to that, I was disappointed because I kind of wanted better for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was still a 3.5 star for me, but so far it's the weakest in those 3 books because of that.
That's
yeah,
tough.
and I think that's kind of why, like, the goal I didn't like as much because I loved Tucker, the male main character, but the female main character is just kind of a mean girl, and I just don't. I have a hard. It's kind of like we've talked before. Where, like, I have a hard time with main characters that won't take help, are just mean girls that won't open up to anybody under any circumstances, even though it's been proven to them that they can. I just have a hard time with that. And I understand so deeply that that is a privilege, that I don't relate to that on such a deep level. But I just can't.
Yeah. I get that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And mean girls suck. I'll say it.
I just don't, yeah. I mean, especially if you're still mean by the end of the book, like, I don't know. That doesn't...
Like, I love the transition of mean girl to sweet girl.
Yes.
Like, you get
mean
to
girl
know
to
them
protective girl.
Yeah.
I mean it to everybody, and then, but then, like, if you mess with my group, I'm gonna, I love that transition.
Yep.
That's the transition I need. I don't want mean girl all the way through.
Yep, I am with you. 100%.
Yeah. So. Okay, up next. New release you haven't read yet, but want to. Something that has already come out this year that we're excited to get to.
I've got 2, and I
Sick.
have 2 very different vibes.
Of course.
Agnes Obert's Mythical Cat Shelter.
Heck yeah.
It looks so cozy.
I have it. I'm so excited to get to it.
But the thing that I'm struggling with right now is cozy doesn't feel like the summer vibe.
No. I will be reading it at, like, beginning of October.
Yeah.
September, maybe even.
The one that I do want to get to soon, The Last Contract of Isako.
Yes.
Yeah.
I meant to send it to you.
Samurai? Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
I meant to send it to you. I watched one of my I think Jamie was the one that did it. One of my booktuber people read it and devoured it. Loved it. And so, like, very excited for you to get to that one. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. That I saw when we saw the cover originally, I was like, this is gonna hit 100%. So I'm really excited to get to it.
Yep. As I've already mentioned, we are in my dystopia era. Conform.
Yeah.
I've seen this all over. I've seen this all over. Conform, then Beneath. Where I need more dystopian. I need more dystopian so bad. So yeah.
Very good.
Apparently, have I told you about this whole world that she's building?
No.
So Ariel Sullivan, this is Conform. This is book one of what's going to be a trilogy, and this is the main trilogy. Then she also has Beneath that just came out. Is it Beneath or is it Breathe? It's Beneath that just came out, and it is a prequel to Conform that's also going to be 3 books. And then, but the next book to come out is going to be the start of 3 books that are the post. So you're going to have the main series, the prequels, and the epilogues that are all going to be 3-book series.
So she's just begging for us to have a Star Wars conversation of what order do you read them in.
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
well,
good.
And for a dystopian book, I love that setup. I love that setup.
Mm, yeah. So is book one of each trilogy the prologue of the book one is the prologue for book one and the epilogue for book one, and then book two is the prologue for book two.
We don't know.
Unknown. K.
Considering because there's only 2 books out right now. There's only the main one and then the prologue for it. So don't know.
Interesting. I love it when authors are trying to do something different with timelines and like the so many books are written every single year, and at the end of the day, pretty much all books are a different form of a thing other people have written. And so when you finally find something that's a little bit different and out of the ordinary, gosh, it just feels good.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it.
Nice. Okay, what is next?
Biggest surprise of the year. So this could be good surprise, this could be bad surprise, just a surprise.
Okay. This one, for me, is... I feel bad because we talked about it last week. It's my very 90s romance. Because it had no reason being this good. The main character was terrible. All of the other, I talked about this last week. It gives Seinfeld vibes or Friends vibes, where it's like all these people are not great people. But things happen in their lives that get them to act and whatever. They truly 1-star characters for a book that ended up being a 3.5-star read for me. And so that was the biggest surprise because when I listened to it, first 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the audiobook, I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be a drag. And by the end, I really enjoyed it. So I would say that is the best, its biggest surprise is from that opening to the close, that shift would be the biggest surprise for me.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good surprise because mine is a not good surprise. It's going to be Change of Plans by Sarah Dessen. I was so excited for this book, for it to end up being...
love Sarah Dessen.
I love her. She's so, like, we talk about comfort reads and stuff, and she is that author every single time. And to finally have a new book that I was so excited for, and for it to fall so flat for me, I was shocked. I was just like, this is not the author that I remember at all. And like, I want to go back now. I think for my birthday month, I'm going to reread my favorite books. Yeah. And I want to go back and then reread some of hers and be like, this is the author I remember. Like, because it wasn't
goes
her.
That way for you.
I know.
I hope it doesn't. You haven't aged out of Sarah Dessen.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little nervous about that. True. But yeah, I was so disappointed in it. I was so ready for it to be the book that I talk about all summer long, and it just fell so flat. The characters were flat. The plot line was flat. It just did not have that spark behind it at all.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But
tough
speaking
surprise.
of old authors, new author, favorite new author that you have read this year.
Okay. Now we get into Dungeon Crawler Carl. Matt Dinneman is my new favorite author for the year. And but the thing that I'm bumping into is that I almost picked up one of his other books, the Bouncy Castle. Oh goodness, let me look it up real quick.
I didn't know he had other books.
He
So,
does.
oh,
But the thing is that they are Operation Bounce House is the most recent one that has come out. He also has This Inevitable Ruin and Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon. Like he's got a lot of stuff. Okay, a lot
yeah.
of kind of out there stuff. Dungeon Crawler Carl is phenomenal. Operation Bounce House is Dungeon Crawler Carl with a slightly different, like, point of view, basically. So he does a lot of things that are big alien adventure for TV,
Yeah.
and so I'm scared to go away from Dungeon Crawler Carl because I love this series. I really love it. But I'm worried that if I go to his other stuff, that it's going to be just more of the same, and I just kind of want that world to live in
Yeah.
itself.
Well, and especially
But
because I feel like that could be very much an instance where like he was trying to find his footing, so they're all just slightly less good versions also. And like that's always like when I find a good author, I always get a little bit nervous to read their backlog because of that.
yep. And so I honestly I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
You got
Of
8
his
books,
for
you're
a while.
good.
Exactly. So I'm excited to continue on. He has been the author that I have enjoyed the most that is new to me in 2026 because
Nice.
I mean let's be real, Jim Butcher still my hero, still number one in
Not
my
new.
heart. Not,
Not
new.
new.
This I felt the need to mention him because this is the only spot where I am mentioning Jim Butcher or Harry Dresden. Because
Yeah. You haven't in a while.
well, I'm caught up on the series, and
Yeah.
so the most recent one came out in January or February, and I devoured it, and it was so good, so good. It could have gone in any number of these of like books that made you cry and best book, but like I just feel like I had other books that hit that tone a little bit more. So felt the need to mention Jim Butcher because he's my man. He's my favorite.
That's fair.
Matt Dinniman is the new favorite for now.
That's fair. So, my new favorite is Annabelle Monaghan. I got an e-arc of Dolly All the Time, and it is like the perfect little summary. It's funny talking about Sarah Dessen and then going into Annabelle Monaghan because, like, Sarah Dessen writes a really deep kind of like summary book, but hers always felt very like summer coded. Annabelle Monaghan is like quick reads, adult romance, but they're so summery and fun with like such well developed characters. I was so shocked. I picked this book up on NetGalley. I requested it because I was like, oh, this is a fun, bright cover. Like,
Yeah.
I love a quick little summary, whatever. And I totally expected it to be one of my designated nothing books. I remember it, but it wasn't mind blowing, whatever. Oh, no. This is stuck with me. I love Dolly. Dolly is such a well thought out, well written character that is so well rounded and like deep and thoughtful, but like normal with everything. And Stuart, I watched an interview with her that she's like, how do I make the name Stuart hot? But yet she does, and it's like he's the billionaire, he's or millionaire, billionaire, whatever. He's rich and he's like all whatever about it, and like, but yet not and down to earth, but in like a normal way, not in like a I just happen to have money kind of way. And it was just all the way around. This is like a 4.5-star read that just completely blew me away. And now that we are in my warm weather, I will be reading her entire backlog because I know that there's at least 2 more that everybody talks about all the time. So I'm very excited to get to some more of her.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one was not in Larry's list. You actually wanted to add it, but I'm more than willing to talk about it. It is best book to TV adaptation.
This one is a slam dunk for me. It's Off Campus.
Thank you!
It's so good, dude.
So good. You haven't even read the books, but
I
like,
haven't.
oh, it's so good. It's so
I haven't,
good.
but let me tell you why Off Campus is phenomenal.
Yeah.
First and foremost, like, listen, we'll get out of the way. The boobs are great. The boobs are great.
I mean, and all the men are, God, gorgeously.
Gorgeous
UNL
men.
did not have men like that. I just need to point that out. The University
Yeah,
of Nebraska Lincoln did not have men like that. Yeah, thank you. Exactly, making my point.
But the acting is so good. But the thing that freaking gets me is that they shot it like a romance book is written. So
Yes!
there are close-ups of her going in and touching his hair and him grabbing hips in a way, and
And
oh
the
my
splits. Oh,
gosh.
my broadcast brain exploded watching this. The back and forth with the split screen and the lingering eye movements back and forth. The thing with them
It's
like
so
the
good.
interlaced with him hooking up with the girl while she's sitting at her desk on the desk
Oh,
scene was phenomenal. Like the back and forth on my broadcast brain
yes.
exploded watching this. And also like yes, you say that it's the boobs and it's the hot guys and whatever, but also all those bodies are like normal ass women bodies. They're not toothpick skinny twig bodies either, which is huge and super great for women. I watched a TikTok that was literally like, Off Campus is the first show that I've seen in so long that didn't make me hate my body. And I love that. But it's
awesome.
it's so relatable, and oh my, it's shot so, it's shot exactly like you read a romance book. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So good. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. It's
It
so
makes me so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay.
And
So
the
what's
thing
yours?
is, I wanted to sit there and be like, well, duh, Austin, now you need to read the books. But you don't. You
That's
don't
the
need
thing.
to, because it's so close and it's so good. Literally, the only major difference they made, which I think is really good, because you have to remember these books came out in the early 2010s. Like, these are a decade old book. The only difference they made is that in the books, I'm just going to spoil it because obviously everybody has seen the show now. In the books, the third act breakup is that his dad comes to Hannah and says, "Hey, you need to end this or I will completely cut him off financially and ruin his life." And so she comes and says, "Hey, we can't do this anymore." And then Garrett puts on a campus wide, and like they joke about it in the show, but Garrett actually puts on a campus wide nobody touches Hannah rule for all of the men.
Incredible.
And that's when we get the locker room scene of her walking in and going, penises everywhere. And that's the, oh god, that scene in the show was phenomenal because it was so funny in the book. I died laughing in the book. It was so good. But that's the only difference. That's the only like
Wow.
major difference. And I love that, even like, because obviously season 2 is Dean and Allie, which they did switch that because technically Dean and Allie is book 3. But like, I'm so excited because I love that we are like, the thing with the books is that they're kind of an interwoven timeline. So it makes sense that we're already seeing Dean and Allie because those things were happening while we were reading the first book. And if you just read the books, you don't understand until you get to the third book how intermixed and how, oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's obviously mine too. That's obviously mine.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, it's so good.
So freaking good, dude.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
really excited to see what they do with Dean and Allie. And I'm really excited to see how they play Logan and Grace.
Yeah.
So, because if they did mention her at the fundraiser, she won one of the prize, Grace Ivers. And so, like, it's a little nod because she's a freshman in the first season.
Gotcha.
And, like, they meet at the very end of the season and stuff, or at the very end of the year. And so most of it happens next year. That's why she's not in the show, because she's a freshman. And so you hear her, you know that she
Right.
exists on campus, but of course she's not going to be hanging out with these juniors, like,
Yeah.
it's so good.
So
It's so freaking good. Oh, amazing.
good. Incredible. Incredible.
Which then obviously leads us to newest fictional crush.
Yep, 100%. Okay, do you want to start this one?
No, go for it.
Josephine Doyle from Fangirl Down. So
Okay.
so the original for the two sequels that I did not like, my worst sequels, this was the original,
Yep.
and Josephine is a huge fan of Wells Whitaker, which is like this golfer. The absolute banter that she has, and the I think the thing that we kind of talked about this when talking about the Edie Sky book, like the way that she wants him and the way that she talks about him is really what got me to go, this is my crush. This is the gal that like is who I think of for a crush.
Yep.
So flirty, so fun. Josephine Doyle, that's my
Yep.
choice.
Yep. Okay. So I told myself that I was not going to put any of the off-campus men on the list just because since it was the best book to TV, I didn't want to like double up because otherwise it would either be Garrett Graham or Logan, obviously. Like those are my two. But because I told myself no, Isaiah Rhodes, play along, Windy City series.
I was waiting for this to come up.
Yep, we love my Windy City series. We love my Windy City boys. It would be his brother, but I read that book at the end of last year. Isaiah. It's the banter between the two of them. He's a baseball player, and so like we get all of like the baseball sports elements in there that I love a good sports romance. And he is just like it's the banter between them, but it's also the way that he is so lighthearted and playful with her. And she is somebody that really needs that more lighthearted relationship because everything in her life has been so serious for so long. And he knows that and takes the time to be lighthearted and careful with her. But also he's so like, he is the stud baseball player. So he's like, no, you're mine. And even though you don't know that yet, you'll figure that out because you're mine, and has that little bit of like the bantery part of like possessive and like protective, and yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love it.
Yep. Which then let's switch gears. Book that made you cry.
Okay, I had a couple on my list. This one did not make me cry the hardest. Ooh. The one that made me cry the hardest was Ordinary Grace because it took the mourning a very close relative as a kid hit really close to home for me because I had to do that with my uncle. But the one that I am choosing is Thank You for Listening by Julia Wellen because it did such a good job of framing a loved one with dementia and the heartbreak that comes with that. It really did a great job of showing, like, I think the reason why I chose this one is because it is so different from my life.
Yeah.
Even though the subject matter is kind of the same because she's a voiceover artist and former actor and has this career goal that gets chopped down. But the fact that she is able to find love when all of this chaos is going on around her, like, it feels good.
Yeah, mine I feel like is also kind of surprising to me just because like it is completely opposite of anything ever. It is The Nightingale. I was in hysterics reading this. And like this was the one that we talked about that like landed the plane really well. Sobs. So bad. It was so well written and gorgeous, and like the way that she was able to just wrap everything up in such a way that like put bows on bows that I didn't know I needed and wasn't expecting to get answers for, and just absolutely stunningly devastatingly gorgeous.
I'm surprised that it's not... What was the book that Ben had to keep checking on you? What was that one? I'm losing my mind. I think it was Atmosphere.
Because Atmosphere was last year.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to my mind, but that was November.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was going to be Atmosphere because that book is tears at the beginning, middle, and end of that book.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, no, that was November. So this
Okay.
year, it and the thing was is it was going to be Rights of the Starling because I cried for like the second half of that book also,
Mm,
but it's better for yeah.
yeah, I get you.
The tears,
You know,
these were like actual like these were I think I put this for like a book that made me cry just because this was one of those that like I wasn't really expecting to. These were more
gotcha.
unexpected tears
Uh huh.
where Rights of the Starling like was so over like it's a fantasy, it's good, like while I wasn't necessarily expecting the tears, when they came it made sense kind of thing. Where that I
Yes.
was like, oh, this will be whatever, it'll be fine, and then just sobs, faucet. So
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But then also a book that made you happy on the flip side.
Okay. So I once again have two, and the reason why I'm looking at my phone is because I
You're pulling a
realized
Lauren on all of these. Usually I'm the
I
one that's like, I can't decide. I need to pick
I
two.
I know. So I am going with ah. I have to choose.
No, I'll let it slide. You let it slide
You're
with
the
me all the
best.
time.
Okay, Margot's Got Money Troubles is
Yeah.
is so good. It makes me happy. The pro wrestling dad who cares a whole lot, and the her struggling with being a single mom and wanting this child, even though she knows that all of this pain is going to happen. It just makes me happy as a parent. This almost was the my choice for best TV adaptation because it's on Apple TV Plus and it stars Nick Offerman.
Mm-hmm.
So fantastic, and the gal that narrates the audiobook is the actress in the Apple TV show.
Oh, that's fun.
It is fun. So Margot's Got Money Troubles. The other one is The Art of Catching Feelings by Alicia Thompson. It's a baseball romance that I have wanted to read for so long, and I finally got it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was everything that I wanted it to be. Like, because the main character doesn't know baseball, but she goes to a game and heckles a dude when he's at his lowest point and
Oh.
becomes a viral sensation. And then they end up falling in love, and it's just it's so freaking. I love it so much.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, Mine, I will say, is like kind of this entire series, but I will narrow it down to one because I did good this
She's
time and
back.
only picked one
No,
for each one.
she's back. It's
No,
it's the whole series now.
I still only picked one.
All
It
right.
is
All right.
Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. It's the second in the Rome, Kentucky. When in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect.
Yeah.
Beg, Borrow, Steal, and In Your Dreams. This is the second one, and this is just so sweet. The female main character owns a flower shop, and she's like the quiet one that has kind of let all out of the four siblings. She's the quiet one that lets everybody walk all over her and like tell her what she needs to be doing and is really reserved. And she ends up like practice dating, not necessarily fake dating, but like practice dating the
Hmm.
bodyguard of the female main character from the first book. And he's all like big and like tattoos up and down his arms and hands and stuff, and he's like very serious and whatever. And it's just, I love these two characters so much. They are like probably one of my favorite couples that I've read this year. I still think about them
Nice.
frequently because they just make me so darn happy. And like and like honestly, like this is gonna sound really cheesy, and apparently the pod is just confession time for both of us. She is a lot of what finally convinced me to get my tattoos. Because in the
Really?
book, yeah, in the book, she's like, they're like talking about opening up and doing things that you want to do. And she like has this long list of things that are from her bodice ripper romances that she reads that she wants to go do and whatever. And she's like, I want to go get a tattoo or whatever. And so they go to the tattoo parlor, they go in together, and she's like, I need to do this by myself. You go wait in the car or whatever. And she comes out sobbing, and he's like, I pushed you too hard, I'm sorry, like I shouldn't have done this, whatever. And she's like really quiet, and she's like, no, it's because I'm so proud of myself. And she said she was gonna get
Oh.
flowers, and instead she gets a little book on her back. And I was just like, that moment stuck with me far more than like most things in books have. And so like this made me so happy, and every time I think about it, I smile. Like
That's
I need to go back
incredible.
and reread it again.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Nice. Oh, you got me smiling.
I know. Okay. While we're smiling, the
Yeah.
most beautiful book that we have received or bought or whatever this year. Austin. For our audio listeners, he's holding up the Mage Havoc book. The Mage Havoc book. Austin. Austin.
I haven't bought many books this year.
Well, that was the funny thing. So before this, I was like, we could pare this down. You know, we don't have to do this prompt because I know that you don't really buy books. I mean, unless you're going to show me Onyx Storm, but you took the dust cover off of that, so it's not pretty anymore. And he was like, no, I got one. I'm like, okay.
Yep. I got one. And it's Titan Mage Havoc in the Frigid Flame, Book 1 by Edie Sky. You can't tell me that's not a hot cover. You can't tell me.
That's fair. The prompt was beautiful. Beautiful book.
What do you mean? That's got... Look at that. That's got little frills.
It's got
It's a good
frills.
font. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at this.
Goodness.
Look at this. That's beautiful right there. Look at that neck.
This is what I get. I should have seen this coming. I should have
You
seen this
absolutely
coming.
should have seen this coming.
I know.
Or-
I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't see this coming.
Okay, hit me with it.
For me, it is Happy Ending by Chloe Lisi. And like, so this is one of my this is the Afterlight edition, so it is a special edition. But like, not only does it have like the gorgeous paper cover, but if you want to be Austin and just throw it away, freaking bizarre weirdo, that's fine, because it has all of these little like nods to the book on the actual hardcover. And
That's
it has
incredible.
all these little books as the sprayed edges, like a really detailed, intricate sprayed edge. It has the like full color end papers in it.
Wow.
And the dust jacket is also dual-sided, so you could pick what side you want for your dust jacket. There's so much thought put into this book.
The only thing that I can think that's wrong with it is that there aren't boobs anywhere on that.
And that's probably for good reason. Because also it's pink. My only problem with it is that there's too much pink for Lauren, but
Yours is so pretty.
yeah, I know. Because unlike some people, I took these prompts seriously.
You are correct. You are correct. That is entirely fair.
Goodness. Okay, fine. You're not allowed to use that book for our last one, though, because our last prompt is a couple books that you are excited to get to, that you need to get to by the end of the year.
Okay. Yep. The two that I'm actually going to finish out a series that I'm very excited for. Accomplice to the Villain, and then coming out in August is Adversary to the Villain.
Amazing.
So I am very excited. Accomplice to the Villain I've got coming in my on Libby. It should be coming in the next couple of weeks, so I'll be able to get to that. And I think that Adversary to the Villain is going to be the second audiobook that I purchase, because I fully intend on continuing to listen to it via audiobook.
Yep.
But I really don't want to wait for it because I want to know how this series finishes up. So
That's fair. And those are ones that definitely are audiobook reads, correct? Because I've heard that the audiobooks are really good.
I really like the audiobook.
Yeah.
I think that the narrator for the main character in that one is just really, really solid. So
Cool. Because I have those on Libby, so I'll get to those sometime. I'm not even going to say this year. I'm just going to say sometime.
yeah, that's fair. They're very popular books, so who knows when you're going to get them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So,
I'm trying to think if there are any other books that are not There's a couple of books that I have seen recently called The Legend of that it's more dude books. I found I'm kind of pivoting hard towards dude books just to kind of I don't know I don't know why, but like I'm feeling
Just mix it up. I
drawn.
mean, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I had a big romance kick for a while, and those are
yeah.
all definitely more, gallivants
No,
for the gals, as we like to say.
I definitely, well, and I notice when I read something that is like inherently just more spice, I
Uh,
tend to pivot really hard away from it. So, like with you reading all the Tessa Bailey books, I can see
yeah.
wanting to like, not because they were necessarily bad. Now I know some of them were, but like
Were.
I find it where like even if it's not necessarily a bad smutty book, I
Mhm.
just tend to then pivot away at some point, and I make a pretty hard. That's usually when I'll pick up a fantasy or a dystopian because I pivot really hard away from romance for a while.
Yeah, and I think that I like my bread and butter. What got me back into reading as an adult was was more action, fantasy, adventure
Yeah.
stuff, and so I think I'm just trying to chase that a little bit more.
Yep.
And so I think where my head's at. And although the accomplice to the assistant to the villain books are a romance, they aren't. They are.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, the first one very much romance. Everything
Hmm.
after much more complicated and
Yeah.
more adventure-y.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. My two, I have a fantasy and a romance. Fantasy is Starside by Alex Astor.
Okay.
This is one that I'm really excited to read and then convince you to read because Alex Astor typically does YA fantasy. She does the Lightlark series,
Mm-hmm.
and this is her first adult romantasy. And apparently, the magic system behind this is different metals and swords claiming their owners,
Ah, interesting. Okay.
which sounds really interesting, really intriguing. And it's like there are a brutal war split land in two. There is Starside and Stormside. So the next book is Stormside that comes out, and it's like trials. There's dragons. Like it kind of feels like one of those like all encompassing intro to romantasy in like a really great way. And apparently the cliffhanger is brutal on
Nice.
this, but the next one comes out in November, so I want to read both
So
of
worth it.
these. Yeah, very much. And then
Nice.
the other one is I need to make sure I stay up to date on my Abby Jimenez, so it is The Night We Met.
There you go.
This
Very good.
partly also this is one that like I have heard such mixed reviews that I don't want it to deter me from reading it. Because if I wait too long and if I see too many more people that are kind of like about it, I will put it off. I know me. And so I need to not do that. I need to just get it read, enjoy it, and move on.
Absolutely. Very
Yeah,
good.
because it is a mild cheating trope is what I'm going to call it.
Ooh.
She has a boyfriend, and like basically the whole premise is that one night after a concert she decides to go home with one of two guys, and they end up dating, where the other guy ends up in her life because they're co-parenting a dog. And I don't know exactly how it all plays out. This is probably not a great description of this, but they end up becoming really good like best friends, and the boyfriend is going through a lot of really hard times right now and probably shouldn't be in a relationship to begin with. Not that it makes it right, but then they obviously, end up together. And the nice thing is reading this though, we know that the boyfriend gets his redemption arc in the next book, which I think is going to allow me to like this a little bit more. But yeah, there is some
Man,
mild emotional.
you are not selling me on this book. You
That's the
are
thing. I know. And so I'm really like nervous about it. But like I'm an Abby Jimenez completionist, and I am an Abby Jimenez stan, and apparently everybody that has loved it has said that it is done really tastefully. So I'm really just intrigued by it. But I also know that if I don't read it soon, then because of that I will put it off and not get to it ever.
well. I'm excited to hear the review on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That just
I know.
all the things you described makes me go, ugh.
I know. Yeah, me too.
Huh.
So,
Well,
hey,
Lauren, I think that's a podcast.
I think it is. I think we have tagged the books mid-year.
I believe we have. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to leave in the comments of wherever you're watching this of some of your favorite books or your book tags for 2026 so far. And as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let a friend know about Chit Chat and Chapters. Lauren, where can they find you on social media?
I'm across the board at Lauren's Lifestyle. Once you found me with a little drinky, you have found me across the board.
And I am at Radio Guy Austin on social media that I may or may not use. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back next time with more Chit Chat and Chapters. But in the meantime, keep on reading.